Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 221 of our Let's Grow annual challenge. Obviously, we're talking about the SOAP framework today, step 2, which stands for options. And we're focusing our work on, I like to call it work. I know some people think work's a 4-letter word, but I thrive on work and effort because I know what I put into something is what I get out. So today we're going to focus on step 2 of the SOAP framework, which stands for options. Yesterday, we told our story, our current story, and our desired story. And that, of course, creates a gap between where we are and where we want to be. And in order to fill that gap, we use the rest of the SOAP framework. Well, the first step of doing that is to come up with possible options to start filling that gap. How do we get from where we are to where we want to be? And I thought this would be a little harder for me, but about 10 minutes ago, I started going through and saying, okay, well, what are some things I could possibly do to improve my confidence when it comes to solo traveling? That's the challenge I picked for this run through the SOAP framework. Donald, of course, in Guide 2 of the Let's Grow Annual Challenge private Facebook group page, is discussing public speaking and presentation skills, improving those to improve his career, improve his communication, improve his relationships. There's so many benefits of becoming a better communicator, a better speaker, a better presenter, that it's kind of mind-boggling. It's actually one of the most important skills for leaders in any business, any situation, any organization, any group, etc. So I came up with, I like a tool called the 10-3-1 tool. It's where I brainstorm at least 10 options, 10 possible ways to start filling that gap. I share this tool just about every month now because it's so easy and so important. A lot of times as humans, we get ourselves locked into this way of thinking where we either have to do this or that. We think that there's only 2 possible options for the situations that we face. And the truth is there are infinite possibilities for any situation, anything that we happen to be involved in. There's always a solution. There's always something better. And chances are we won't pick the best possible of all the possible solutions out there first or second or even 100th, but we'll pick the next better, the next better, the next better. I learned this from cartoons, from Disney, watching Disney with my granddaughters. We just have to do the next right thing. And as long as we're making progress and moving forward and moving toward what we want, we will get there. It's inevitable. As long as you take action, keep visualizing the end point that you want, you absolutely positively can achieve anything and so much more than you think is even possible for yourselves. So I brainstormed a list of, I've got 12 things on it already, and I haven't even really started it for the day. Our action item today is to brainstorm at least 10 possible ways to fill the gap of confidence between where you are and where you want to be. Donald will come up with 10. I don't think his write-up came up with 10. I think there's only 3 or 4 in there, but he used a different analysis tool to come up with options. Again, even just 3 or 4 options, I think are still boxing us in terms of what's possible. So let me just share my quick list so far. I didn't put very many super duper crazy, outrageous things on here, which I'll think about some more of those today, because I find that in these crazy, outrageous ideas that we think we're never going to do, there's usually a seed of brilliance or genius that we can pull out of that and do a more reasonable version of it, if that makes sense. So I put number 1, plan a trip. Plan a solo trip. If I plan a solo trip, guess what? I will feel more confident. The more I plan it out, the more details I've taken care of, the more contingencies I've put in place in advance or aids to help, the more successful that trip will be. That probably won't be the first step that I take, but it could be, because it helps me to overcome my fear of any type of things that might pop up solo traveling. Second, ask for help or support. Third, find out what's available and what tools and things are available to help me or any other solo traveler. Get a white red tip stick or a cane. I've been wanting to do that for a while. I just don't want to admit that I could use it. Learn from other blind travelers. I guarantee there's other people out there probably blogging that are blind. I know I just ran across a blind mom. I think she's a mom. She's definitely a wife, but I've never seen kids. A blind girl on walking down the road on Facebook. And I think she's called Ability Mom or something is her name on social media, but I just ran across her. So I know there's other people out there that are blind and still finding ways to share and participate in their lives. 6, explore transportation options. A lot of times we think about just flying places. There's a lot more to getting around if you can't see and you can't drive, if you're not allowed to drive, than just airplanes. So what else is available? Trains. I would love to go on a train vacation, I think. Identify visually impaired friendly travel spots. I don't even know where are good spots to go in to travel that cater to the visually impaired. I think that would be an option. I guess there's probably niche markets out there that explore that. Have a companion or an entourage that travels with me. That's not solo traveling, is it? I usually travel with friends and family members, but sometimes I'd like to just do my own thing. 9, be part of tours. Some tours I think would be, might be, I don't know, I'd have to explore a better option than just solo traveling to places on my own. 10, get a driver. 11, take a solo traveler course. I bet, and I have never looked into it, but I bet there are solo travel courses and groups out there. And then 12, I put, I can't read it. I don't know what it says. Get some, I don't know. Oh, audios. Get some audio books on solo travel and solo trips and the best way to travel. Just even regular travel books would probably be beneficial in some ways. So what we're going to do, action item today, that's just my quick example. I'm sure I'll come up with more. I'll probably have 20 or 30 by the end of the day of just things that pop into my head that, oh, that might help, that might help, that might help, that might help to close the gap. And I encourage you to do the same. And then at the end of the day, I will pick my top 3, because tomorrow we are going to go to the A in our SOAP framework. And that's where we analyze the alternatives and take action, right? Because the most important thing about any process is that we actually do it and that we take action. All right. Any questions? You know what to do. Ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day. Have fun with this. I don't know about you, but obviously brainstorming and looking for solutions is one of my favorite things to do. All right. Have a great day. And I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.